anguish, the frustration of, can I do this? Is it worth it? How long will this be? I don't like it. I don't like how it feels. Can it be resolved? I think the reality of struggling, trying to overcome a victory of yourself is a major task. Welcome to this journey of discovery, the opportunity to work on a new me as you and I are experiencing new life together, embracing regeneration. It's Aristotle who says, I count him braver who overcomes his desires than who conquers his enemies, due to the reality that the hardest victory is the victory over self. And I'm so grateful that you and I have embraced this journey, begin this journey, you listening to me talking to you, you responding to me in such a way. And this journey leads us to such a myriad of opportunities. And I'm grateful that as I look through chapter 6 of this book, It All Begins with the Pen, it began with shared spaces. Our journey began with sharing a building in the city of Baltimore and allowing that space to give us a sample of what's to come. And I'm grateful that as you are on the journey, in the midst of pain, in the midst of uncertainty, that there are symbols that comes along the way that gives us the hope and the strength and the determination that we need, that we can conquer oneself. Now, trying to conquer oneself, a 47-year-old, and trying to do that in 47 days or 47 minutes, that can be a Herculean task. But to be able to have symbols, reminders of hope, determination, to give us what we need, that we can move forward in our desire to be more than what we are today. Anguish, the frustration of, can I do this? Is it worth it? How long will this be? I don't like it. I don't like how it feels. Can it be resolved? I think the reality of struggling, trying to overcome a victory of yourself is a major task, one that you have to look at yourself. And looking at yourself is hard. When you got to look at yourself, and then you have to examine yourself, and then you have to make a decision to execute or do something about it. I think all of that can be a battle within itself. So chapter 6 and 7 highlights for us the struggle. Paul calls it sanctification, the ability to be set apart. So you're set apart, you're in this process of isolation, but it's almost like a banner. Isolation for transformation, as if you're running a campaign. And isolation doesn't feel good when you're going through a metamorphosis, going through transformation. You got to constantly be reminded of who you were, and then the task for moving from who you were to who you're becoming. It seems like it's forever. But the good news is we're under construction. And whenever you go through construction, if you're driving through the Beltway, through the city, construction is inconvenience. It can be annoying. It can be noisy. It can be disruptive. But the aftermath of the construction, it becomes smooth. But getting there, the reality of that is hard. But I would tell someone, you got to maintain your consistency, maintain your journey, because at the end of the day, when the construction period is over, we're all going to be made better. Our cars, the way we walk, the way we see, the smell, it's just a matter of being able to endure and persevere through that process. Now that we've discovered this revelation, it's important for us to come up with an execution plan on what new life looks like. So in chapter 6, new life actually happened with us starting the church, starting Word of Life, which can be considered like starting a small business, from moving from the basement of your house to a shared space. And in a shared space, the symbolism of that space gave us the confidence to put pen, promise, and purpose. It was like 3 P's was discovered, all because we were in a shared space to help us develop and articulate and expand our vision. I'm grateful for the pen, that I was able to take a pen, write vision, write curriculum, write agendas, write meetings. And through that pen, it helped us navigate and embrace our journey of new life. That pen led to us constantly reiterating the promise. And I'm grateful that as you and I are on this new journey, a journey of under construction, a journey filled with uncertainties, that we can find a way to be intentional to keep the promise before us. That's the thing that's going to get us out of bed when we don't feel like it. That's the thing that's going to be strength for us when we are weak. That's the thing that when we're irritated, when we're tired of the struggle, when it feels like we are evaporating and we are wasting away, It's the promise, something bigger than you, something to live for that's going to give you and I the strength and the determination to make it, to drive to work, to make the phone call, to forgive, to be able to reconcile in the marriage, to be able to be steadfast in your faith, to be patient with your children, to not give up on your family, to not cuss folk out. It's those things that the promise keeps everything before you. That's why we serve God. He's bigger than us. So I'm thankful for the pen. I'm thankful for the promise. And ultimately, that gives us the determination to operate in purpose. And as we operate in purpose in a new life, we'll find ourselves, even in isolation, even in the midst of uncertainty, even in the midst of this new world and this new place, we'll find ourselves taking one step at a time. And ultimately, our purpose will be fulfilled. Now, that's not going to happen overnight, but every step we take, every move we make, we're going to eventually find our way to purpose and find our way to a life of fulfillment and completion.